guys, welcome to Transfer Centre, and I think it's something like episode 8 or something. I'll put the date anyway, it doesn't matter. I've got a lot more wider variety of transfer stories, and I've tried to stay away from Man U as much as possible, but I will include some extremely big news about Man U at the end of the video. I want to start off with Man City rejecting opening bid for Tevez from Corinthians, and Corinthians have made a statement on the rejected bid saying that they can't afford to make another one, and I don't know if that is to sort of tempt Man City into taking what they've been offered, since not many clubs have actually had some formal interest in Tevez at the moment, and I'm not surprised because he's temperamental to say the least. So it might be a little trick Corinthians are trying to play on Man City to try and get him for a bit cheaper, and I think it will work. To be honest, I think he will go for 35 million even though they've rejected it, or they might offer something like a 15% thingy of the next transfer, or like a buyback clause if they want him, or something like that. The contracts seem to be pretty confusing, especially when it comes to Tevez anyway. And Barcelona have won the Sanchez race for 44 million, and personally I think this is it's ridiculous. Why would they pay 44 million for him? They're not willing to pay, 27 million for Fabregas, but they're willing to pay 44 million for Sanchez. It's just the transfer market's crazy at the moment, and it is Barcelona, so let's just leave it at that. Really, Arsene Wenger's pretty pissed off with them about something that's gone in their Fabregas transfer story, but I'll talk about that in a minute. QPR say that they're searching for Abel Tarat, yeah, I think that's how you say it, its replacement, and it's thought that QPR had a bid from him in June of PSG of 13.5 million, and I know PSG mean Paris Saint-Germain, but I didn't want to say it, and I have said it, so I've probably offended any French viewers that are watching this, but I apologise. And it was a bid of 13.5 million, and I think that's an amazing offer for him. And I heard that he went to Newcastle, but like a few videos back I think I mentioned it, so that was obviously not true, so I'm a bit confused. I thought he'd already gone to Newcastle, so I was a bit shocked to see that, but at least I've sorted out, at least I know what's going on now, and he's more than likely going to PSG. And they were talking about who his replacement was, but I forgot to write that down. So yeah, I might put it in the description at the end if I can be bothered to go and look at it. Sunderland are looking to make a bid for Aquilani, but no official bid has been made at the moment. And I think that a top quality player I'm assuming will be pretty cheap, since he doesn't really seem to be in favour at Anfield, and he's not the best quality, I say. And Sunderland seem to be getting a lot of good players. I think they want to have a good season next season. And I think Aquilani should go, move from Liverpool. Rangers boss Ali McCoist has tabled a bid for Espanyol defender Raul Rodriguez, and Rangers are thought to have made a bid in and around £400,000, or 400,000 euros it would be. Ali McCoist is trying to sort of stock up on centre backs, and he said that while he's waiting to hear of Espanyol, he'll put in a bid for a few other centre backs as well. And I think I don't really watch too much Scottish football, so I don't really know what Rangers' defence was like last season, but by the fact that he wants to buy a few defenders, I'm assuming it was pretty bad. So. Barcelona again have been sneaky with the whole Fabregas transfer, and Xavi, the midfielder, has been talking about the transfer to the news in Spain and other players about it, and saying that he'll be here soon and stuff, and this pissed off Arsene Wenger a lot. He's quite a moody person anyway, but this seems to be the last straw, and he's just I think he's just a bit pissed off that Fabregas is only leaving. We know it's going to happen, it's just 2 years in waiting now. Daniel De Rossi has been linked with many Premiership clubs, but Roma have said they will not sell him, and I think Daniel De Rossi's a class player. I sort of started to like him when Roma played Man U won 7-1, he scored Roma's goal, and it was a really good finish. It's like a volley, and it was a difficult finish. He was in like the wrong position, and he sort of curled it round the defender. It was pretty good. So I think it's on YouTube if you want to search it. Go and have a look. Yuri Zhirkov set to leave Chelsea to go back home and play for Dynamo Moscow. I'm not surprised. He sort of reminds me a bit like Benayoun at Chelsea. Hasn't had too many chances, and I think he definitely should leave if he wants to salvage a bit of his career instead of wasting away at Chelsea. He should definitely go. Kieran Dyer signed for QPR, and I've quoted down this. Dyer signs for QPR, injury plagued former England international moves to Loftus Road, and that quote sort of explains completely what I think about this transfer. An injury plagued former England international. He was on a free transfer, yes, and I guess there's not too much to risk, and it's only on a 1-year deal, so you never know, he might play amazing for them, but I don't have too much faith. Also, QPR have signed former Cardiff striker, is it Buffride? I forgot to write down his name, on a free transfer. Konchesky has left Liverpool and signs for Leicester on a 3-year deal. I'm not surprised about this either. He hasn't really played much at Liverpool, has he? Wolves have signed Roger Johnson on a 4-year deal for an undisclosed fee. Well, it had been reported that he went on a 7.5 million, and the Wolves chairman has said that that's extremely exaggerated, and if it is and they've got him for say around 4.5 or 5 million, that's a great deal, because even if he plays useless for them, they could just sell him for about 20 million to Liverpool. They seem to be buying all English players for crazy prices, and that links in with the Downing transfer. And yes, I heard that it was confirmed, but when I looked today, it only said that the talks going on between Dalglish and Downing, but a fee had been agreed, and I think it's around 20 million, which is ridiculous, especially when Ashley Young went to Man U for 17 million. And this, I literally got this information about 5 minutes ago. It's off Twitter, and it says that Wesley Sneijder, can't even fucking talk. Wesley Sneijder has agreed Man U terms, and this was done by the Glazer family, because when Alex Ferguson was asked about this, he said he had no idea, and his wages will be something like £190,000 a week, and he's going for about 30 million. And there's been no reports of any trade deal at the moment, because Nani and Berbatov played yesterday against New England. Is it? Yeah, New England. I'm not sure about that actually. And I'll just tell you a bit about that game. Man U won 4-1, and Park Ji-sung's goal was one of the best finishes I've seen, and just the passing. It was Obertan past the Park, and then Park did a back heel to Giggs, and then it was a good play. If you want to go, and highlights are still up on YouTube, I think. When I watched it earlier, they might have been took down now, but if you want to go and have a look at that. And yeah, so that's the end of it. Sorry there hasn't been too much information. I've got a bit of a sore throat, and I've finished off my tea before I did this, so I really should have when I got a drink. But hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you guys later. Have a very nice day.